supernatural explanations of spontaneous combustion remain popular.
Just so they're saying it's something outside of logic. It's a spirit realm. It's the Most High. You know? All right, go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 1 verse 7. And of the angels he saith, who maketh his angels spirits and his ministers a flame of fire.
Yeah, so we're in essence, we're angels and bodies. Because didn't it speak of, give me that in, it's in Jude and it's also in Peter's, where it speaks about the angels which left their first estate. Give me both of them, the one in Peter's and the one in Jude. Go ahead.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 4. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them...
The angels that sin are people on the earth. Because we all started off as angels. Didn't the Most High tell Jeremiah, before you was born I knew thee? What was he talking about? He knew him in the spirit realm. You're nothing but a spirit that's brought into a human body, into your mother's womb, and you develop into her in her womb, and you become a man or a woman. Go ahead.
For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be...
Right, cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness. What are the chains of darkness? These bodies. And the fact that you didn't know that you were Israelites. Now, the fact that we know that we're Israelites is a fulfillment of prophecy. Isaiah 6, just to name one. Because there's going to be a certain time where we're going to wake up to this truth. Go ahead.
It says, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment.
To be reserved unto judgment. When you're reserved unto judgment, judgment comes after the destruction. The destruction is going to take place on the earth. Go ahead.
This is Jude chapter 1 verse 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed...
Oh, hold up. Who's it talking about? It's talking about the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
Afterward destroyed them that believed not.
Destroyed who? The nation of Israel. Go ahead.
And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved into everlasting chains unto darkness, unto the...
That's us. Reserved unto everlasting chains, unto darkness. What does the darkness represent? Matter of fact, look up the word darkness in verse 6. You might want to look up the word chains too.
The Greek word for chains,
Strong's G 1199, desmas. Desmas.
it says a band or bond. Down here, pretty much the same thing, a band or bond, and that's for chains.
Yeah, we're bound in these bodies. Our spirits are slaves to these bodies. That's why you got people that commit suicide. That's the only way you can free yourself from this body. If somebody shoots you or kills you, or you kill yourself, or you get sick and die.
I got a scripture to add.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is beautiful because this is what Paul said in Romans 7:24. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
Yeah, the body of this death is that he's bound in. That prison.
Yeah, chains. Yep. The next word is darkness, the Greek word.
Strong's G 2217, Zaphos. Zaphos.
Darkness, blackness. Yeah, pretty much it. Darkness, blackness.
Yeah, the darkness and the blackness is the fact that the Most High darkened your eyes that you can't see the truth. But he had opened up the eyes of some of us that we can see the truth. All right? Go ahead.
Back in Jude 1 and 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved into everlasting chains.
Left their own habitation. What is our real habitation? What is that? 2 Corinthians 5 and 11? Matter of fact, start at 1. left our own habitations. What is our true habitation? We have a habitation on the earth, and we have a habitation in the heavens. And Paul's going to speak on that. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved.
What is our earthly house? This body. And this is the word body from a old English term, bodig. And the word bodig means, that's where you get the word abode. Body comes from the word bod, which is your house. Like you live in your house, you have a house, that's your abode. The house for your spirit is your actual body. So this body that you walk up and down in is a house for your spirit. And then you get a house where you house your actual body, your other house. But there's another house up there in the spiritual realm. Go ahead.
For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of the Most High, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens.
When your spirit leaves, just like Whitney passed on, right? Well, guess what? She's in that spiritual house. And guess what? She's happy. And she ain't smoking crack no more. She ain't doing prescription drugs no more. And you idiots crying over Whitney. Whitney's looking at you like, what the hell is wrong with you crazy ass people? I wouldn't come back down there if you paid me. I wouldn't come back down there for nothing. So you jacks, you don't understand the spiritual world, and you fools in the churches, man. You are a laughing stock, man. You are a damn laughing stock. You're stuck on stupid. Go ahead.
It says, for in this we groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house which is from heaven. If so be that being clothed we shall not be found naked. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened.
That's the ones that woke up. That's the ones that woke up. When you wake up to this truth, you mad, you're irritated, you're upset, you want to punch somebody in the face, you want to kick somebody in the nuts, you want to drop kick somebody, you want to drive your car and you want to run over some goddamn body, and you want to get that cracker, you want to get the nigga woman, and you want to get these two-thirds of these jakes in these other nations, man. You know? Go ahead.
For it says, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up of life. Now he that hath wrought us for the selfsame thing is the Most High, who also hath given unto us the earnest of the Spirit. Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord.
When we're in this body, we're absent from the Lord. Go ahead.
For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. Wherefore we live.
So you got guys that are afraid to die. You ain't supposed to be afraid to die. You might be afraid to die because your mother might bug out, or you might have a wife, maybe she can't make it. But when you come into this truth, you don't give a shit, man. You know, if you was, like I was watching this thing, and my demon actually was watching it, and I put it on. It was, I forget the name of the show. I never saw it before, but it's a show where you go back and check your records. So the guy that was in